This is NHL 21 from EA Sports. It's in the game. So we're on Xbox Series X taking a look at, well, this hockey game that was really kind of disappointing in the sense that this seemed to be the only sporting title that did not get a next-gen upgraded version. And it's also one that has been lagging behind for years in terms of revamping the technology and moving the engine. So with that, we do get a 4K resolution, native 4K. We get 60 FPS. We have HDR support, and yeah, you know what? It kind of does look really good. It's got some neat visual elements to it in regards to the ice getting cut up. It's got some neat animations, but it's just it's not at the level of the other sporting titles. You can tell that from the cutscenes, the jerseys that still look like capes, the clipping, the little technical issues, but they did do a really good job with this particular entry in really helping to refine and revamp the AI in regards to the transitions across different zones and different scenarios. I was honestly really impressed with what they were able to do there, because it's been something that's been bothering me for a long time, is that the AI is really bad at transitioning from offense to defense, or even doing stuff in the neutral zone. So it's better in that regard, but like, look at the jerseys. They just it's so wonky looking. And yeah, it's really more of the same. If you're coming from the last NHL title, they don't necessarily advance a whole lot. They do make some minor adjustments in regards to like some of the fancy deke moves and stuff you can pull off, but very much the same. You got your World of Chell, you've got your Play Now, you've got the different season options, you've got different multiplayer ways to compete against others, EASHL, for the cooperative online playing with others against other teams. You got your threes, you got your mascots, you got your somewhat authentic environments. They did improve the broadcasting a lot a few years back by removing the awful NBC broadcasters. Sorry, don't like them, thought they were terrible. Just the Canadian and myself kind of thinking about that. I like the voices we have now. I think it's a lot better, a lot more calmer, a lot more natural to the game of hockey, at least from how I watch it. And yeah, it's a very interesting year for the sport, obviously, and also the game, because they did delay it, the initial launch of it and everything like that, which is a bit interesting. But I really do hope that, we get a proper revamp of this series at some point. I get that the NHL game is a little bit smaller. It doesn't necessarily get the same support that the other FIFA and Madden and stuff get. I guess I should technically be happy that we even get a hockey game, but at the same time, it's like, I do expect some more advancements from this series, because it used to be, really, really great. And you saw that with the 360 era. It had some amazing advancements, amazing game modes. We're finally, we're getting back to customization and everything like that. And World of Chell is really cool. That's a fun thing that I'm noticing that they're trying to put into all of the other EA titles. You can look at Madden's got the yard, and I think there's some kind of different sort of FIFA mode in that regard, something where it's smaller based, like futsal or something like that. And that's actually a hockey feature they threw in there, because they weren't advancing anything else game mode wise. But what I'm saying is, you looked at the 360 era and stuff, and the games were just constantly improving. And then we got to NHL 15, where they went on that new engine. And it was just the biggest butchering of any game I've really ever seen between releases. It was basically starting from scraps, and it's that's all they gave us. And they slowly added new features year to year. It just it took literally almost the entire generation for them to finally get improved features in this game, get back to the feature sets that were present. And it's just it was really disappointing, because I've played these for years. I kind of stopped late 360 era, and then I've been reviewing them and covering them since 15. But I've played all of them back till 2003. I've even I've played some of the older ones, but thinking about how they've released and me playing them throughout the years, I've been playing since 03. I still think 04 was one of the best ones. 07 was kind of a big deal with the skill stick, and then 08 I thought was also really well done. Killer soundtracks in those games too. But yeah, and then the last few years, they've actually started to really kind of get things back to where it was, add some new things. It's just you know, you sort of want more features. You want the best hockey game possible. I like what they've done with the ice getting carved up. That's kind of cool. It's looking decent. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, realism-wise, animation-wise, it's lacking. And there's still more game modes they could do. I know people are always after the coveted GM mode and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's interesting, right? Like, you look at it, it's like, oh, okay, it's a good game right now. It is, honestly. Like, it's solid. They got, you know, a good selection of modes, different ways to play, customization for your characters. World of Chell is really cool. I like the threes. I like what they've done with the different options here. You know, there's a lot of good stuff in this game. At the same time, you know, it could be a lot better. There's a lot of room for improvement and ways for them to do new things, because this one really does feel plateaued. And I know development's probably impacted too, to a degree, but it just seems like the most minimal out of every single sporting effort that EA has done. Like, you look at, well, there's actually not too many EA sporting titles left. Well, they're expanding again because they're getting college football back, but, you know, you look at each of them, and it's just like, what is that lady's face animation goes back there? That was funny looking. That was weird. Anyways, you just look at the upgrades they got in regards to the technology, like, even over the gen, like the mid-gen kind of upgrade from Ignite and stuff like that. It's Frostbite. And, you know, there was little dips in them having to get things back to normal in those games, but for this one, they've just stayed steady with the same setup all these years, and it's, you know, you look at the characters, you look at the crowds, you look at the animation, it's telling that they haven't really greatly revamped anything in this one, which again is a shame, because I absolutely, you know, I love hockey and stuff, played it for years, and yeah, I just want them to do something, you know, really exciting with it, something that really feels like a next-gen game. Like, I actually just came off of recording NBA 2K21, and you look at the features they're doing, the visual stylings of that game, and you compare it to this, and it's just like, you know, it kind of makes it look like rubbish. It honestly does. And they've got, like, they're really advancing things. Like, I did like, I do have to give them credit for the Be a Pro adjustments here. While I didn't think they were the best, it was nice for them to try to do some kind of character-based story mode. Because I guess the NHL games didn't even have that compared to, like, you know, FIFA and stuff. Because FIFA and Madden, they were trying, like, you know, these actual, like, scripted, oh crap, I gotta get a slap shot top corner there. These scripted story things, and NHL just, like, totally skipped all of that entirely. And then we finally got a reason to play Be a Pro for the first time since, like, when they first introduced it, which I think was like 2000 something, but you know, it's just like, it's the first time where it's like, oh wow, Be a Pro mode's kind of interesting again. I don't know, you just kind of, you look at the games and it's decent for what it is. Like, I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I'm just saying in comparison to everything else, you could tell that this is just like the most kind of thrown aside sporting title in the EA library, because it's great, but it's very much a coast off of last year's. And like I had said, you know, development-wise, you can give them a bit of a pass, I guess, to some degree, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, come on, you need something else, right? You need some kind of big hook or something like that, or something more intense for the Be a Pro mode to really get people engaged here. And I'm guessing, you know, eventually we will, I hope we'll get a proper next-gen version for the next year. That's kind of what I would expect, honestly. But if we do, I would also kind of guess that we're going to probably be missing a lot of features again. It's just kind of like, you know, you get back up to things, and then you get knocked back down, you lose all these great advancements and modes, and it just kind of like really, it sucks, you know, that's the big thing, right? But it would be really neat to actually do like a through the years kind of thing on this one, because it has changed an absolute ton since, like, even switching from, like, I guess, I don't even know how you would call it, like the pre-360 era. Jeez. Because I think we played on like GameCube or something like that. It was ridiculous. I think on my friend's Xbox as well, and someone's PlayStation. But anyways, hell, you know, I had it on PlayStation a few times. I think NHL like 5, 6, or but you know, then you get to like the 360, and it was like, whoa, the biggest change in graphics. And then throughout the gen, you notice like the big changes to the quality, and you're like, oh wow, you know, it's like the 07 is like running in slow motion. And then you compare it to you know, obviously what we have now, I bet that the changes would actually be just absolutely massive in terms of realism. But then you also look at like the Madden games and the FIFA and the NBA, and you're just seeing like the colossal change up there. It's just kind of nuts to see that there hasn't been that big of a gap or that big of a jump for NHL this entire gen. It's just weird. Sucks, but as a hockey fan, you got to deal with it. And I feel like I've been like negative the whole time, but you know, I'm just kind of scoring goals and crushing it a little bit, selling a little too hard. We've got our eagle going intense, but yeah, I'm also a Caps fan. If you you didn't realize that, so yeah, kind of a pretty good team. And it's really different right now being in hockey. Is well, I'm not in hockey anymore because you know I'm old, but I guess that doesn't mean I couldn't stop or couldn't keep playing. But obviously, you know, at this particular year, if you're watching this in the future for whatever reason. You know, with the whole COVID situation, you can't really play, but yet we're still getting actually like a season of hockey, which I'm really quite grateful for the fact that we can even. Ooh, that was a bad trip there, man. I don't know if I triggered that or what, but you know, I'm kind of grateful that we even get to have it available. I mean, we still got our juniors this year, which is great. It's a cherished sort of thing, right? At least in Canada, but. Yeah, it's just like a very weird year for hockey, and it's just kind of cool that we even get to watch some of the sport and see how things change, because there's been a lot of player changes and stuff too, right, as well, just in regards to trades and all that. It's wild. The Capitals are like a very, very different team from the Cup run years, which were exciting. It was actually really fun, kind of going into some side stories, because I'm sort of done really talking about the game and everything like that. You know, lots of modes, lots of different features. We've got a who is that with those sick dangles? Oh man. Anyways, like I say, when I went for the big cup run, they actually won like the day before. I had to go and fly out to E3 that year, because the cup always happens during E3. Like always, like the last, you know, the Stanley Cup finals are always during that week. So sometimes I'm like, you know, trying to like see what the scores are and stuff while I'm also like working and playing games. It's hard, you know. But luckily that year they won just the day before, and actually I met the husband of someone that worked at Bethesda as like I guess she was their accountant for like 40 years or something. But I met her husband randomly, and we were just kind of sitting there at the party, like drinking, because you know it was like before the show, so you're just, you know, a lobby area, chit-chatting and running into people. We were kind of just like sitting there, saving each other spots. You know, you go to the bathroom and stuff. It's a drinks thing. What is he doing? Why is he coming out there? That was weird. It was a very weird goalie play. Anyways, yeah, he's coming out there. We were just like nothing to talk about, and then I was like, watch any hockey? And he's like, I guess the Bethesda people are actually like pretty big fans of the Capitals. So yeah, I guess they were having like big celebrations because of the cup win and that, and we actually started talking about like, you know, the team and that. So that's kind of a fun little, you know, little side story thing. It's just kind of like random bonding over like, or at least discussion over, you know, sports are kind of something you can just bring up between guys, and you might be able to get lucky, because I don't really watch a lot of sports, but I obviously know hockey, right? Oh, that was bad. Yeah, it's just kind of a neat random thing to run into, but it's just like the husband of someone that like worked at Bethesda, and it's just like didn't know anything that was going on. Because I mean, again, when you're supposed to be like, you know, interacting and meeting people, that's the goal of the lobby. But I mean, I'm not really gonna run into a lot of the other press folks unless you're doing other stuff. But you know, you get drinks, you go meet some folks. It's kind of fun. And then the real party is always afterwards. I can't remember what year that was. I think that was, I'm just trying to think like timeline wise. Like I know when the cup was, but I'm trying to think of what they announced at that show. I think it was when they first announced the Elder Scrolls 6 was happening. Oh, were we fighting them? I didn't even notice. Oh yeah, we got Chara. Totally forgot about that. Chara's huge. Look at that big guy. He's pretty old now. Pretty old. But yeah, like I was saying, I think that was the Elder Scrolls 6 year. They had like some developers come out on stage, just like a band playing, like something for Rage. Yeah, that was an interesting year. But now they're under Xbox. I don't know if we're gonna get any Bethesda parties. I feel like I'm totally off topic, but it was kind of a hockey-related story that was thrown in there. Well, they threw the sickest parties, like Bethesda Land, which was like an amusement park. It was awesome. Is that the end of the match? Oh no, we're still going. I thought we were done there. Yeah, I don't know. I think the game's been going pretty well for my team. We've been scoring. We can talk about the shadows, the dimensions of the skates cutting and stuff like that. But let's be real here. It's like an artificial cut thing. It's like the cuts that we make with the skates are probably like just little cuts that you see momentarily, and then they fade away as the game just has like a long-term ice cutting. Like the arenas are kind of detailed, but yeah, there's just not much else to talk about. Scotiabank. I know about Scotia. The traffic jam. Why don't they have the hilariously awful behind the goalie advertisement? You know what's also funny this year is they are throwing advertisement on like everything in the NHL. It's driving me nuts. Like, I think the excuses is that they wouldn't be making enough money or something with the season. It's like, come on, you're making most of your money off the broadcasting stuff, but yeah, it's just like, it's getting a little ridiculous. It's on like the helmets, it's in the ice, it's on the boards, it's on the stands, it's behind the net. They even renamed some of the conference leagues and stuff after teams. It's just like, come on. Like, we know they do decently well, otherwise they wouldn't bother with it, right? Because they are a business as much as it's like a for the fans kind of situation. Where did this fire come from? You know, you get Backstrom and the boys out there with Ovi and stuff. This is like a powerhouse line. Like, seriously, just unstoppable. Oshie, Backstrom, Ovechkin. Just an absolutely dominating line. Unless one of your teammates is caught bringing the boys to the hotel and interacting with each other, and then you get fined and you have to you miss out on some games and be suspended. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the COVID protocols are hilarious. Oh jeez, they might score. Oh no. Yeah, doing quite well, I think. Ow. Oh, what a goal by Ovi. It's always fun watching him score goals. Like, maybe not in this game because the animations are awful between the characters, but in real life, when you actually see him score a goal, there's just like this level of excitement that you just don't see out of many players. And I think that's kind of special. How many goals are we going to score here? This is taking forever. We're just going to have like this super long extended match. Like, I wanted to kind of show off the world of Chell, but I mean, do we really need to see that? It looks the exact same. Let's be real here. Dun, 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 dun. Where are you going? Oh, that guy got just smoked there. Oh wow. Oh no. Plays some defense. Oh, we got a penalty. I knew we were gonna get a penalty for that colossal hit. Can we get the replay on that one? It's just like how rough that looks. Oh, disgusting. Look at this, look at this. Did he get boarding or something? Or like in sportsman, like. You got 8 goals? Just a tank. Oh no, they're coming down hard. Come on. Actually, I don't even know who our goalie is. To be honest, I haven't even looked into it. I miss Holtby. He was tops. Top tier Canadian lad. Now he's gone. Now our lead's gonna fall apart. They're gonna be scoring goals left, right, and center. It's gonna be terrible. JK, because we've got Oshie. Seriously, this lineup is just like insane. I don't know who was that. Dylan or something? Is that what that guy's name is? I don't know. Schultz, yeah, Schultz is decent. I think one of the better things we did was get rid of Mike Green, even though he's like local from the hockey association that I played for when I was little. Yeah, I just did not like him on the Capitals. He's way too offensive of a forward. Ooh, that could have been offside, or would it have been fine? I don't know. Get in there, Ovechkin. Go, go, go. Yeah, dude, there's some kind of insane NHL Through the Ages video. I'm just like so motivated by it now. I don't even know if I still have all the copies, but how was that offside? You wanna fight? You wanna fight? We're not fighting? Oh, okay. That was a little anticlimactic. Kinda wanna finish this now, because we've been... I'm sure people are really invested. Boom! This is your chance to shine, Wilson! No, Wilson! Oh, Chara with the big... Oh, getting smoked. Oh, I thought that was going to get tucked in there nicely. That was not the case. Smash that guy. Hit him like crazy. Maybe we could kill some time doing some sick passes. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, look at the dangles. Oh, what? Where did Wilson get these skills? Panic. Oh, yeah, because they're going to be in a panic once they see us playing here. Oh, jeez, that was bad. That was a bad cough up of the puck. But a big hit for the recovery. Whoa, what a hit. That should be a penalty. That guy, like, he laid down and, like, totally took his legs out. Kuznetsov. What a fun name. Do we still have Niskanen? I think we lost Niskanen, didn't we? It's hard to keep up with the rosters. Here you go, Kuznetsov. He's all alone. Oh, he's a slit out there. Unbelievable. Big hits. It's all up to you. Oh, never mind. Dylan choking as usual. Oh! Yeah, I'm kind of just going for big hits if you didn't notice that. Ow. Less than a minute? Oh, that was a big hit. Trying to get the powerhouse line up there. Big hit by Backstrom. Boom! Big hits. Look at poke stick poke. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, top corner. Nope. He's got smoke there in the middle. Oh, big hits. Okay, we got 7 seconds left. Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Are we going to be able to get that big goal? No, it's over.